What's Going On podcast.
Yo, this is Ninja,
And this is XP Early Bird,
and this freaking is
the What's Going On podcast.
going on. Oh, that was bad. I should have done that. Damn. Fuck it, it's already there. All right, so what? Oh shit! I forgot to put my tabs up. The claps came in too late, bro. Damn. All right, well, let's see what we what we talking about today.
Man, we are talking what's going on with Sony, man.
Sony, you guys are killing me, dog.
Man, PlayStation hiked the price of the
Everything
PS5. They went up. This is the first time that the
and the VR. Don't
mid-gen
forget the VR too. Yeah, it
and the
went up
VR.
$50, I think.
They went up. When they are usually the mid-gen it drops in price or it either remains the same.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, they decided to go up in the price. In my opinion, Sony is in a real bad place right now. Um, the PS5 isn't selling the way they thought they would. They're not making any money off of their games, and their studios are closing. I mean, I just think Sony is in a really bad place right now, and I don't know. They scrambling to
Yeah.
see if they can fix things, but jacking the price up on a old console, I don't think that was the correct move.
No, man. It's like a slap in the face to the community that's been holding you down for 15 something years now.
Hmm.
Um it's a slap in the face, dog. It really is. And as a ex PlayStation fanboy, because I was a PlayStation fanboy for years, now to just a casual PlayStation person, I'm a little upset because I bought a PS5 when it came out. I paid a lot of money for it. First of all, it was hard to get, wasn't available. I had to wait months. So that was a headache in itself. Um and then dishing out $60, $70 for games that are not even fully developed or done. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? I
Hmm.
mean, I literally play my PlayStation only for their exclusives. That's it.
Hmm.
Like literally. It's kind of same with the Nintendo. Xbox is the only system I play that I can casually play anything on it and not have to worry about having one to play anything because it's just so easy to get. But yeah, Sony, yeah, raising the prices on old shit and VR stuff, and yeah, Sony's definitely probably in a bad place. But with that being said, Microsoft is a way bigger company. They make even though their Xboxes don't sell as much as Sony's
Hmm.
PlayStation, they got more money in the bank than Sony ever could think of. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
They're out here spending billions and billions on
Yeah,
studios, nigga. It's a takeover.
but okay, I'm going to be fair. I am an Xbox fan. I choose to play Xbox over PlayStation for a reason that I can explain later. Um, but if I'm being completely honest with you, man, like this generation of gaming is the worst. Period. I don't care if you PlayStation. I don't care if you Xbox. I don't care if you Nintendo. This is the worst generation of gaming
Yeah,
because for PlayStation, they hiked the price of an old console. Uh, Microsoft came out with a 2 terabyte and they're charging you $100 more, but you're not getting anything. And with Nintendo, you've been playing on that same old system since
so I don't know, man. My kid was like
Grand Theft Auto
fucking
5.
2. Yeah, Adam's gonna be
Like,
fucking
geez.
9. I mean, he was like 8. I mean, like 2 or 3. I think when I'm bought that shit.
That's I mean, this generation of gaming sucks, and I feel like whether you're your PlayStation, Xbox, because that's really where the console wars come in. That's where people take jabs at each other. Whether you're PlayStation or Xbox, man, you have to admit that you didn't get much from either of these companies,
Mm,
because if you really look at the landscape, you had some new games to come out, but a lot of these games are remastered,
mm-hmm.
remastered games from Final
Yeah,
Fantasy to the Capcom collection coming out. Not complaining about that because I got to get that shit.
mm,
I got to get that one. But it's just like a lot of remakes. And when Halo came out, Halo was an incomplete game.
Hmm.
So, and I'm a huge Halo fan. So I'm just being honest. This generation was the worst generation of gaming.
Yeah, I just my 2 cents is that I feel like between Nintendo, literally like treating you like a fucking stepchild and not giving you nothing but half-ass Pokemon games and more indie games that I can fucking remember. Because I literally the Nintendo's an indie console.
Hmm.
Like if it wasn't for indie games, that console would probably be fucking buried in my backyard right now. Um, Besides Pokemon, Smash Brothers, and all that shit, they have nothing else to offer. Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom was, in my opinion, I didn't like
Hmm.
it. It was too Minecrafty. It was well overthought. It was almost like, yo, just give them everything and let them do whatever they want, so we can not worry about them for another 5 years. So, yeah,
Hmm.
Nintendo's slacking in that department. Like, if
Hmm.
Nintendo would come out with a system by next year, I probably wouldn't consider them savior at this point. I don't even care. Um, Xbox, Microsoft, uh, I think they're trying their best to keep up, but I think there's, I think all the companies, I think Xbox is figuring out that consoles, and I know we talked about this many times before,
Hmm.
consoles are going to disappear. Don't know when. It's just literally gonna happen, and we're not gonna know when. It's just gonna happen. Just it's gonna be like that. It's almost gonna be as seamless as changing over from your cable provider to app providing. You know what I'm saying? It's almost
Hmm.
like, oh shit, when did that happen? And
Hmm.
that's when it's gonna happen. Um, I'm almost certain that they're onto something. I'm almost sure that they're not gonna have systems anymore, and that we are looking at Microsoft take the upper hand on software. That's why they're buying out all these companies and all these production places, because they know that, yo, we got to inquire as much as we can before the consoles end up dead. Because if not, then we're gonna have all these studios up in the air, and we're not gonna be able to afford any of them because we don't have no money.
Hmm.
So yeah, they are reshaping the way we're gonna play video games in the next 5, 10 years. Sony, on the other hand, I think is completely fucking lost. They're naive as fuck. I think they're literally acting like the Apple of the gaming. Like, yo, if we're
Yeah, I agree.
Sony, you're
I
gonna
agree.
buy off our shit.
Hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna jack it up $100. We're Sony, you're gonna buy our shit. That's literally the attitude Apple gives when they drop shit. Oh, we're Apple. Our phone's gonna look the same for the next 15 years, and niggas, you're gonna buy it because we're
Right.
Apple, and we,
Right.
you know what you get with us. I think that's only gonna work so long until people start realizing, like, yo, because even sheep, at the end of the day, realize, yo, their wool is too heavy. Somebody got to cut this shit off.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So at
Hmm.
the end of the day, I think Sony people, which I used to be real heavy in Sony and realized like this shit was not for me, but I still play because I'm just a gamer.
Hmm.
Um, it's not gonna work in their favor, dog. Like, it doesn't matter how many systems you revamp or resell. Give us the games. Like, how are you creating a PS5 and then another PS5 and tell me that this PS5 is better than this PS5 because it has more trace rain technology and blah blah blah? I'm like, you know, half the kids who play a PlayStation 5 don't even have a good TV to put it
Right.
on. So
Right.
all this shit doesn't make sense. If if somebody's dishing out $700 for a fucking PlayStation that it took them forever to save, what makes you think their TV is gonna be even remotely that expensive?
Hmm.
I could go to anybody's house right now. I listen, and this is only because I'm into my technology. I have at one point it was a $5,000 TV, probably 1,200 now, but it's a little older. And I have another TV in my room that's about $3,000, and these are up to par Samsung. Like, you talk to the TV, it does whatever you want.
Mm.
This makes your Xbox and your PlayStation look great. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I plug that shit in, and my TV is like, "Yo, you sure you want to see this at its full potential? Like, you ready?" And I'm like, "Yeah, let's do this." And then it's like, wow. But I'm gonna keep it real. I could walk to anybody's house who has a PlayStation, and 9 out of 10 times they don't have a TV like that.
Right.
They're playing on a cheap Walmart, Samsung, old school, maybe like 5-year-old TV. That I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying All that shit that you're advertising doesn't matter
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
to the
Yeah,
average person who's playing these shits in a college dorm room
right,
on a 13-inch small TV or even on their cell phones and shit.
right.
None of this shit matters at that point. Nobody cares about how
So,
realistic the
uh,
Spider-Man shadow looks.
and I agree. I agree with you. Now, don't get me wrong; those things are nice to see video games
Oh
come.
yeah, they are. They
Yeah,
are.
to see it come that far is nice. Okay, but it's not the main thing. The problem with gaming is too. Number one, it's too much money driven. Number one, and number two, you allow 100 social media influencers to influence the decision making.
Hmm.
Because one, so this is what they do for a living. They have the money to invest in these systems. They have the money to invest in these TVs and these really nice setups. They have the money for that. So they're on social media complaining about ray tracing and frame rates and 60 FPS. I don't give a damn about that shit, man. Just give me a fun game to play.
You know,
That's it.
only those gamers who play for a living care about shit like that.
Right.
The average person doesn't give a fuck about. If there's one thing, like I listen, I got kids, and they both of them play games. My wife plays games, and we all play a different range of games. We're all different gamers. My wife likes to play the cozy simulation farming games. Jaden plays the shoot 'em, bang 'em up, kill games.
Hmm.
You know me, I like to play my adventure and fighting games.
Hmm.
Adam plays his PC games. So we literally are in all different aspects of gaming. Like literally. Like seriously.
Right. Right.
We all play different games. And I pop in and out and Jaden has a monitor, MSI, Xbox, new shit.
Hmm.
Everything looks great. Everything's fine. Wireless, everything. Adam on his computer. Jessica's playing her game. And every game is playing differently, but nobody's complaining about frame rate. Nobody's complaining about how like Jessica's games are simulation farmers. All the characters might look way better than Adam's game because he's playing Roblox, but
Hmm.
her characters might look shittier than Jaden's game because he's playing in Fortnite or he's
Hmm.
playing GTA. And then my characters might look better than all of them because I'm playing it on my TV.
Right.
So, but
Right.
nobody seems to care. Nobody's like,
They worry about the wrong thing, man.
yeah, so it's like, is the game fun? And that's what I'm saying. If Sony and Nintendo like looked at each other and said like, see what they were both doing wrong, they would realize that wow, look, Nintendo got a 10-year-old console and they haven't made not one brand new ray tracing game, and they're still selling. Oh, look at Sony, they got all these cool looking games.
Right.
If they fucking both did that, Sony can learn like, yo, we just need to dumb down the technology part and let's put out some good games instead of waiting 3 years for the next Spider-Man game and give don't stop wasting money on that dumbass PlayStation Pro and finish making the fucking Spider-Man games that I've been waiting for. You know what I'm saying?
And that's another thing where I feel like gaming sucks, right? So it's too money driven and it's too okay. Spider Man, you spent all that time and money on that game. The game comes out. You have two Spider Mans in an open world game, and it's single player.
Exactly my point. And then what pisses you off more is that in those emails Sony leaks, you knew that there was supposed to be a two-player Spider-Man game, and you realize they scrapped it because they didn't want to put the money up for it. But yet they're dropping
Mm.
another system that they're gonna lose money selling. And why? Why spend millions on trying to come up with another system when you have a perfectly good one already?
That's good for another couple of years because if we don't get a mid gen refresh or a next gen console for another couple of years, I'm fine with that, and it's perfectly understandable because COVID messed things up. We didn't have access to these consoles right away, so that kind of puts a delay on what's coming next. So I'm fine with sitting and waiting with these consoles. Like,
Yeah.
don't give me a next gen console because we have to keep a schedule. The schedule got messed up when COVID hit, man, and we was sitting here wait. I had to go wait North Carolina to get me a Xbox because they were
Yeah,
just so
dude.
hard to get your hands on.
It's
So
crazy to get my PlayStation. This is shout out to Tio. He ended up getting a PlayStation 5 for I don't know. He bought it. You know, Tio like he be doing random shit. He's like, "Yo, I got a PS5. You want it?" I'm like, yeah. How much you want for it, bro?" Like literally, he texts me like, "Yo, I got a PS5." I'm like, "Dude, I've been looking for a PS5. How the fuck did you get one?" It's like Tio's like the random guy with the trench coat on. Just he'll randomly have a car or a fucking watch or a cell phone. Or
oh
he's like,
goodness,
yeah, I don't need it. Just
that's
give me.
funny.
I literally gave him an extra $100 and that was it. Like,
That's funny, man.
but yeah, he had a. I got it from Tio. So yeah, thanks Tio. He got me my PlayStation 5. It was bugged out, but yeah, like if you have to go elsewhere to find a system, dog, why are you making I just don't see what's the point of making another system. Like PlayStation 5 was still 100% capable of doing whatever these new games are doing. Now
Exactly.
that and then the shit is what really fucking blows my mind is that okay, if you're gonna drop a new system, fine, drop a new system. But you're dropping a new system and there's not even any games that could benefit from it.
That's the issue, bro.
Like if
That's
you're
the
gonna drop a
issue.
new system, put a game in that bitch. So we're like, oh, they're giving us a free game. Cool. You don't even have a fucking game to show off your new Trace Rain bullshit like you did in PS5 when you gave us Astro World or whatever that shit is, Astrobot. Um, you don't have anything. Give us some demos. Give us some real shit. Like give us a game in the thing.
See, this is where I feel like all of the players, whether your Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, this is where everybody starts to suffer. These console wars and these companies trying to grab this developer and this company trying to grab that developer. This is where things messes up because this is where the players suffer. Did you hear about the game Concord for PlayStation?
No.
Okay, they had I think it was like a hero shooter.
Hmm.
It came out and I think it sold like 25,000. Like they invested millions, but it only sold
Hmm.
like 25,000. It didn't do good at all. It did so bad that they issued refunds and just took the game off
Yeah.
off the market. So PlayStation is having a really hard time making games.
Hmm.
So their strategy is to go to third party developers and pay those developers for exclusives. Just like the Black Myth Wukong. It was supposed to be on Xbox, but PlayStation being PlayStation,
I see what you mean.
they snuck them.
So
So
they're going around just like, hey, what are you guys making? Oh,
yeah,
can you make? We'll give you an
so
extra couple million, make that an exclusive for PlayStation for like a year or two.
exactly. So my thing is, how about you don't acquire all of these studios? Just leave everybody third
Mm.
party.
Yeah.
And if this third party say, "Hey, we like making games for Sony, so we're going to be Sony exclusive," and if this party says, "Hey, we like making games for Xbox, we're going to be an Xbox exclusive," let them make that decision. But
Yeah.
y'all, know, coming in and taking away no good games from the players
Yeah.
because I feel like in this war, Xbox is taking a hit because Xbox is not going around saying don't put your game on PlayStation. PlayStation is paying other people to put like exclusives on their consoles,
Mm.
while meanwhile Xbox is taking their exclusives and putting them everywhere. Because like you got the Indiana Jones that's supposed to be going to PS5, but that was supposed to be an Xbox
Yeah.
exclusive.
And that's what I was saying. Like, just think about it. Like, Sony is trying to be the selfish kid with all the candy, while Xbox is still giving them candy. You understand? Like,
Yeah, I
you see
get
what
you
I
saying.
mean?
Yeah.
So it's like you want to be selfish. That's fine. Go be selfish. Take your little Spider-Man game. Take your little Wukong game. Take all that shit.
Hmm.
Hey, do you want this Activision game we're about to drop? We'll put Minecraft on PlayStation. It's almost like Sony doesn't get the hint. Like, yo, bro, like we're willing to do things with you, but you really that selfish. You don't get what's going on here. And I
Right.
think they're starting to realize, like, yo, like Xbox has invaded PlayStation. If you think about it, they
Yeah,
got
it really
Minecraft
has.
over there. They got Activision games over there now. They're gonna, well, okay, they got PC stuff, but whatever.
Hmm.
Like,
which don't
They,
make sense to me.
which don't make sense, but it's happening. But they don't realize like, yo, they're giving the diabetic kid all the candy until he dies. Is what they're doing. I mean, that in layman's term, that's what's going on. Like, yo, we want to get rid of this kid instead of taking the candy away from him and being selfish. Let's give him all the candy until he's dead, and then like then we have everything to ourselves. That's what Xbox is doing, bro. That's what Microsoft is doing. I
Mhm.
think at the end of the day, they're literally they're buying all the studios, they're putting their games everywhere, so they literally don't have to have a console anymore. They can parasite off of everybody else's shit, kind of like what Sega wanted to do, but didn't do it right.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I think they're gonna grab and Nintendo and Sony gonna have no choice but to be like, yo, all the best studios are owned by Microsoft. We have to pay them to get
Mhm.
games. So
I
exactly
agree.
what Sony was doing was like, oh, you guys made Wukong? Hey, we'll give you a couple million. Keep it on console. Microsoft is going to be making the games that they're going to want to buy to make it exclusive just for them.
Yeah.
Because the Xbox ain't going to have a console. They might have Game Pass on your
Well.
TV, and they might have the streaming service
Mhm.
at that point. They might have the streaming service down packed at that point, where you buy like a like remember we talked about like the little Amazon Fire Stick. So you buy something like that,
Mhm.
plug it in your dope ass TV, and boom, you get Xbox streaming
Mhm.
service where you don't need all that fancy hardware shit because you just don't. If you want to play a game real quick, you just pop this motherfucker in, and that's it. You good money.
Well, I okay. This is my prediction. I see that working, but I don't see that being popular enough to sustain longevity, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I what I see in the future, I see a generation where we do not have consoles. You will not get a Xbox, you will not get a Nintendo, you will not get a PlayStation. And they're going to try this cloud gaming or this streaming or whatever, and they're going to realize this is not what people want. And then they're going to bring the consoles back. Because this is where consoles are, let's see, what's the word? They're not this is where I don't think people appreciate about consoles or what people not understand about console. When it comes to games and playing a game, the console cuts out all of the BS,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you cut the game on, you cut the console on, there's the game. Or you cut a TV on, you got to go through all of these apps or get to this and get to that and yada yada yada, and then there's the game. You cut a computer on, well, you got to have memory for this, you got to have space for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
it's so once you get to that point, you say, well, I like to play this game on my computer, but this game take up so much memory. My computer only holds so much, but I
Yeah.
can't delete these files because I need these files for work, or I
Mm-hmm.
need these files for my photography or editing videos or whatever. So
Yeah.
now what the console does is I cut the console on, and there's my game, and all
Yeah.
that other stuff I don't have to worry about. I don't have to delete family vacation photos to make space for this game, that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So that's where the convenience or the advantage that the console have. And once they go away, people will see that. They're not
And
gonna,
they want it
and
back.
then they're gonna want it back, and then they're gonna come back.
Yeah, you hear that, Sega? So that means when everything goes away, you can come back, bitches. Like, what the fuck? I don't know, man. I
I
felt
mean,
like
and
I just real quick, I felt
yeah,
like
yeah.
Sega understood this mission
Hmm.
way back in
Oh yeah,
2001
oh yeah.
and just didn't understand it wasn't the right time. You know what I'm saying?
They
I
weren't
think
they weren't the
Sega,
Kendrick.
Yeah, Sega knew that this was Sega was. Oh, I hate that I have to say this, but Sega was so ahead of itself, it killed
Yeah,
itself.
yeah.
It almost
Oh yeah.
like if you look at the Dreamcast for what it
Hmm.
is on the
Hmm.
outside, it's an online video game disc memory card system.
Hmm.
Everything that came out years later was that, but we just couldn't fathom going online. Like, what is this telephone port? What is what? It
Hmm.
just wasn't. It was way premature, bro. Internet wasn't where it
And
needed to
I
be.
must say, also the games, because what made online gaming so popular was Halo. Like
Hmm.
Halo was so massive that it made online gaming a thing.
Yeah,
Well, I don't think the Dreamcast had a game that big.
yeah. No, it didn't.
So
And that's what I'm saying. Like, even though they had, you know, multiplayer games, they weren't on that massive scale.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I don't think they had the computing power for that yet.
Okay, okay.
Is what I'm saying.
Or
Like
the
they saw,
internet wasn't the
right?
internet
They
too.
saw the vision. Like, yo, multiplayer online. Like they saw it. They just couldn't. The
They were limited.
technology,
Yeah,
yeah, the technology wasn't there yet. So
yeah,
that's why
because
I kind of felt Sega's drop was just so crazy, man, from grace, bro. But
internet was not what it is today, bro.
I'll tell you this: if we do go away from consoles and people do miss them, this is where I believe, and this could segue right into the next thing. And this is where I believe GameStop can step up
Hmm.
because I believe, and this is I'm just gonna trickle right into it. This is where I believe GameStop can do their stores right again. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so reports say that GameStop is closing like 4,000 stores. Rightfully so, because they're not making no money because
Hmm.
there's no games to be sold really. Um, Consoles are not dropping as frequently as they were a couple years back. Games are not even like you could buy the game day one,
Digitally. Yeah.
yeah, digitally. Like it don't make
Yeah.
no sense. Um, but they're closing out 4,000 stores, but they're starting this new thing online, and a lot of people don't know, but GameStop is doing retro GameStop, which is like all old games, which I guess I don't even know where this shit came from, but I guess they have a catalog of just games that they just try. They see retro gaming is a big thing now, so they're trying to benefit from this
Hmm.
by making some of their existing stores have a retro GameStop vibe, like in the corner somewhere, kind of like a separate section. But some are trying to get the whole store into a retro GameStop. So I don't know how long this is gonna last. I don't know if this could even take off. It just sounds like it's just trying anything at this point.
Hmm.
But I can see this working in the favor of the players if because like I said, consoles are like you said, they're just there and they work when they work.
Hmm.
If you can go out and buy yourself a GameCube and buy all the games and go play that shit, then you could.
Hmm.
But me knowing GameStop, they're gonna ruin this. I could feel it, dog. They're gonna.
They're just too darn. Now, I swear, a greedy company will shoot themselves in the foot, bro. GameStop has so much potential, right? Real quick, if I was GameStop, my stores are not selling because all of these digital games are coming in. They're not buying physical copies and yada yada yada, whatever. Okay, this is what I would do. I would host a tournament. Like I would put the consoles out where people could play the consoles. Host a tournament. Okay, the new NBA 2K coming out. Okay, cool. Let's have an NBA 2K tournament, and the winner, first place and second place, get a copy of the game, and
Mm,
everybody else who enters and gets a, I don't know, a GameStop T-shirt, something. I don't know.
yeah,
That's just something to get people in your doors, man. And like these are
yeah,
games, they will show up to play games, bro. But
yeah.
they got it so,
They'll buy junk as long as you're
bro.
selling it.
They got it so business. Like either you're buying it or you get out. Like it's,
Hmm.
bro, get the gamers in there to play games with other gamers, bro. Create an environment where people want to be there. But it's so
I,
business like, bro.
I'm
Stupid.
with you. I think at this point, GameStop is gonna continue to die if they don't rise or revamp something. They ripped off so many people, and me
Oh yeah.
being one of them.
Oh yeah.
I think they're starting to get what they paid for.
Oh yeah.
To be quite honest, man, GameStop, the name is just a perfect name for just that. You go there to play games, you stop there to play games. I think personally, with retro gaming and everything so getting so popular now again, they should just like you said, do tournaments. Make it a GameStop. You come here to
Right.
play games. Come in here, play these new hot games, leave out with a copy, buy a copy, uh, uh, whatever. Hey, we got old systems for sale. Buy, like I don't know, dude. Like they need to get people to stop and play games in there. Instead of making it more like a Walmart where you just go and you shop and you leave.
Mm-hmm.
Um, put up your best display of pops. I don't know. I think GameStop can just be something if they just kind of revise how they do things. Maybe put some TVs up where kids could go in there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe pay to play games. Turn it into a whole arcade thing. Maybe they need to just revisit their whole thought. Maybe you can go in there,
Right.
buy games, and play games. I don't know. Um, but yeah, it's just I don't know. I don't know. I don't see the fate of GameStop. It just seems like they're gonna be in the same boat as Blockbuster, Redbox, and Circuit City, and all these places that didn't make it because they didn't want to change frequencies.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. GameStop is. If they disappear tomorrow, I
Yeah.
wouldn't be mad. I'd just be upset because I know they have a lot of good shit laying around somewhere and they're not giving it to nobody. I know they got good games. I know they got a plenty of bunch of shit somewhere that they're gonna have to give to some fucking loser, or they ain't gonna break it or sell it. I don't know, dude. But
Yeah.
I think game stores need to rethink how they either gonna sell games or do games because, like I said, everything is digital. You really don't buy anything anymore. You know what I'm
You
saying?
you can't like trying to run a gaming store like a shoe store or a clothing store. It's just
It's
not the
different.
same.
Yeah, I can't
It's
buy
way different.
digital shoes.
Yeah.
Like I have
It's,
to put
it's,
them on physically. You know what I'm
you
saying?
gotta get creative and be more open and inviting to get
Yeah,
customers through your door. Yeah.
yeah. If I was them too, man, I would definitely be like, yo, you instead of buying digital Spider Man, come buy at our store. We'll give you like I don't know, a
Yes.
free pop or
Right.
just something. Try to make a deal with the people who do pops. Like, hey, if I sell a Spider Man game, can we buy a pop from you for like $5 so we can give it to them for free? Like,
Yeah.
just something, just anything to get them
I
through the
mean,
door.
because
Because
like today's my day off. When I get off here, I'm probably gonna eat, then play video game. It would be
mm,
nice if I could go to GameStop and there's a group of people in there. You could, get on the console together.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
hmm I can see that being a thing. Like they could just maybe like do a back room where they have like some system set up
Right.
and you pay to
Yeah. You
play.
yeah you pay to play. Yeah.
You go in there, you can spend the whole day. You pay like
They have
five,
like a
$6.
membership or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. A membership, or you
Yeah.
could use your, or instead of paying to play, let's say you pay for your power card because
Mm-hmm.
nobody pays for that shit anymore. The power
Like,
card. Every time they ask me, I'm like, "Are you niggas about to close down? You ain't getting $15 out of me. Give me something worth $15. I don't want that sorry ass magazine that's 3 months old by the time I get it. Like I can read the shit live on my phone. Like come up with some kind of cool idea. Like, all right, well for
man.
15, if you pay for your GameStop card for $15 a month, we have a lounge that you can go and play any game you want for free.
Right.
Oh, now you got me thinking. Oh, what? You got a room in the back and you can play a game if I'm a member? Fuck yeah! All right, here's $15. I'll try that out.
And
When
then
you guys are
you
when
get
you guys are
access
open.
to
Yeah,
all the latest games that come out that's
yeah. I
coming
mean,
out.
think about it. All they have to literally do is hook up one Xbox, maybe two, one PlayStation, maybe two, to a TV, and pay for Xbox, whatever,
Hmm.
and all the games are there. And somebody could sit down there and we could all play together. Like they could hook up four Xboxes together and they could have a whole
Like a whole thing, bro. Like
private.
it's
Like it's not, bro. If we could come up with this idea, bro, on a fucking strength, like
but
why always?
which is why I hate having these conversations. Because why am I doing your job for you? Because if you see this video and you decide to implement those ideas and you make money,
You think they're gonna come back and thank us? Hell no.
no,
Nah. We won't even
no,
get a motherfucking T-shirt. But that's what I'm saying. Like they could do it. They need to do shit like that now. Like
hmm,
like just make it easy. Like, oh yeah, here's your game up card. Every month you could come and hang out here for 2 3 hours. We're open from I don't know 12 to 5.
hmm,
During school hours, so you don't have to deal with the little fag kids and like I don't know, dude. It just makes more sense. You know how many
yeah,
people would just be there playing game, like
yeah.
fucking open up a small little concession stand and that's
And
it. A
so
little,
you have the membership, right? You're paying high whatever weekly, monthly, whatever for the membership. You're not going to be there every single day,
no, because I'm pretty
but
sure
you're getting
people
that,
have to
but you're
work.
steady getting that money. So it's
Right. And it'll be like a premium membership. Like they ain't gonna be no little kids there. Because it'll be open during school hours, so it'll be just grown gamers and our age. Just
Hmm.
somebody who has a day. Like for instance, we off today. Be like, yo, let's go to GameStop play some game.
Right.
I mean, yeah, we could do it at home, but why
It's
when we can go somewhere
it's
and
fun
some
to to get
right,
out and go have fun.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. We could go
Yeah.
meet up with some bunch of other kids who maybe want to test our skills in Smash Brothers.
And then you can build like a little clan or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude.
So,
I mean, I think we're missing the social and social gaming. Like, it's not
exactly.
there. I mean, yeah, you play with kids online, but you don't know them. Like sometimes I have I'm playing my PlayStation games or whatever Xbox, and I literally turn off and mute everybody because I don't want to hear them because I don't know them, and I feel
Yeah.
like they're gonna say something that might get me to say something back, and like it's
Hmm.
almost like I literally don't want to hear them. Now, if
Right.
I was out playing, let's say I didn't know you, and I pulled up an arcade and I saw you playing, and I jump in and I whoop your ass. Now we have a conversation piece.
Right. Right.
Now you're gonna dump another dollar in the machine to try to beat me, and now we're friends.
Right.
So boom.
But
Like I don't know.
it's
I miss those days.
yeah. I mean, once certain people get in certain positions and it, they don't really understand the culture of it. They don't understand the passion of it, and it's all about money. Like those kind of things, those kind of ideas, they just go away, man.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I could imagine just me, just business wise. I could see a nice grand store with,
Oh yeah.
but which I'm pretty sure there's some out there, but they probably do it differently. But like I said, I would do it like a club
Hmm.
where you don't just walk in. You have to have a membership to be here.
Hmm.
So therefore, I know when you come in, anything you do or break or mess up, I know
Hmm.
you'll be responsible for because you understand you're paying a premium to be here to hang
Hmm.
out. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So it's almost like a deposit. Like
Right.
you come, you pay $15 a month, but I could, I could charge you if you break something or if something happens. Like because shit's
Yeah.
gonna happen. So I understand shit's gonna have wear and tear, whatever. But I could see like a premium gaming spot, kind of like because we have premium clubs. Like you can't
Hmm.
just walk into these clubs; you have to pay to really get in these places. You know what I'm saying? You have
Hmm.
premium hotels, you have premium everything, dealerships. Why you can't have a premium GameStop where you play games at a premium price, but you play
And
really
put a
good games?
and to really and if I had the money, I'd go overboard with it because
Oh
I like
yeah,
I
I,
like to keep you there as much as possible. Like I don't even want you to leave and go get food. We got food
yeah,
over here. Just
yeah.
go over
That's
there,
what I'm
get you
saying.
something to eat, come back. Yeah.
Imagine how cool it is to play in a premium spot, like not an arcade where you go in there's a bunch of rugrats running around and dirty ass machines with like half of them are broken, old. You got to go get the quarters and these dumbass you know
Hmm.
Dave and Buster cards. Like I hate Dave and Buster's, so because I think it's just such an old formula. Like they have good games, but
Right.
the one you have to pay for every single game. Like
Oh yeah.
why? Like I'm you paying $2-3 to play 5 seconds of a game. Like that's nuts to me. When I could just collect those $2-3 from a membership and just have a premium experience. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
I don't know. I think it'll just be cool. And the more you come and swipe your card, you get points towards a purchase of a I don't know a pop or
Hmm.
what it is to give away some fucking t-shirts and some cheap ass vinyl pops. Like I don't know. This is just my business sense is
Yeah.
going crazy.
I mean, it's we make too much sense for them, bro.
Yeah, I guess. But anyway, moving on. Enough of the GameStop shit.
Yeah.
Uh, next, Dragon Ball Z
Oh yeah.
Sparkle, bro.
Man, the roster on this game
Nuts. That
is
thing is
insane,
nuts.
bro.
It is
I don't think
absolutely
they've ever had a
insane.
roster this big, right?
Mm-mm. No, this is supposed to be the biggest in any of their games besides our, Xenoverse and shit. But I think this is going to be the biggest
This bigger
up
than
front.
Xenoverse. This
Is it?
way bigger than
Is it
Xenoverse.
okay? Yeah, because I know they had Xenoverse had a lot of characters, but I think this is going to be its biggest by far by any fighting game I think ever. But they were talking about not hidden, a secret DLC character that's never been in any. Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi game ever. And a lot of people speculated that it might be Android 21, but then they said
Mm.
that Android 21 is the one with the trench coat, the girl that came
Okay.
out after Dragon Ball Fighters.
Okay. Okay.
Like she was like a secret Dr. Gero
Okay.
android that
I got you.
transformed into Majin chick.
Okay. Okay. I got you.
Um, yeah, they're saying that it might be her, but then she has a transformation that she turns into Majin. She turns Majin.
Hmm.
They said that the character doesn't have a transformation, so I don't think it's gonna be her. I don't know who it's gonna be. Some people speculated that it might be Boma, which I think would have been a little fun, but not like exciting. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? But I don't know, man. I can't really call it. That's a hard
Mm,
one. Without a transformation,
the only
like
person I could probably think of is Yajirobe. I don't know if he's ever been
no, I don't think he's ever been in a game
as
either.
a
Like
fighter.
and that's what I'm saying. Like if it's a non transforming person, is that person gonna be fun to play with or exciting? Like you know what I'm saying? Like I was thinking maybe, and I could be just like I said shooting for the stars, but I was thinking maybe the guy the guy from Sandlands, the
Hmm.
little
Oh, I know you're talking about.
I was thinking him, the demon child.
Hmm.
I was thinking they was thinking probably him because he don't have a transformation. I think he would be a good strong enough. He's strong, but he's not that
So
strong.
Master Roshi doesn't count.
Because Master Roshi transforms. If you think about it, from
Yeah, he
his little
does.
puny guys to his muscles, so technically that's a transformation. So I don't know, like,
Hmm.
because you already know but Satan's in it, so it's not him. I don't know. I can't. I don't know.
Ah,
I don't even know if it's gonna be somebody that's so far like, oh my god, I would have never thought of him. One
but
of those kind of characters
the character is canon, right?
is
Or is it?
canon. Yes. No. They didn't say, but I would assume he's gonna be canon. I don't think he's gonna be anybody from the Heroes saga or any of that legend shit like Salad and all those guys and
Mhm.
Cucumber or whatever his fucking name is. I don't think it's gonna be any of those guys because if they did, they will literally throw a wrench in everybody's fucking.
Okay, so is it? Well, no, because
I
Goten
was thinking King
has a
Kai
King Kai. It could be.
or Popo or one of these guys that you know are really strong, but you just never seen them fight. I wouldn't.
Could be.
I honestly wouldn't mind seeing Mr. Popo, dog. He's. I mean, I don't know if they'll put him in there for racist purposes, but like not to, because obviously he's the blackest thing in Dragon Ball.
Hmm.
But I would love to see Mr. Popo because
I
he
would
can
love to
throw
see him too.
hands. You know he can throw hands.
I've never seen him fight though.
He only he fought Goku when he was a child for like a split second, and Goku couldn't get past him. He was too strong in the old Dragon Ball
I'm a YouTube
when he
guy.
had to go see
Yeah.
Kami. Remember, he had
Okay.
to climb all the way up the
At the top.
ladder,
Yeah.
and he saw him. The only way he could see Kami if he could get past Popo. I think Popo laid him out. But yeah, I was thinking of maybe Mr. Popo. If it's gonna be somebody just random and like nobody crazy, I can see guys like Mr. Popo, King Kai, maybe one of the Kais because there's a bunch of Kais. I
Oh
mean, there's a
yeah.
whole bunch of them. Maybe one of them because they don't transform. Um, if they want to get goofy with it, I could see Android 80. You remember him from the old Dragon Ball? Like I'm
Mm-mm.
going way back. 80 is the first. I think Android 8 is one of the first. He looks like Frankenstein. I know you've seen him. He's in the old Dragon Ball. Goku was a
I would
kid.
have to. I would have to see him.
All right, yeah, I can see him. I can see maybe, maybe Oob.
Okay.
I can see Oob. He don't have a transformation,
And he. Okay. So they said he's never had a transformation. And he's never
and he's never
been.
been in any game in a Budokai Tenkaichi game.
Okay.
They
Uber's a
didn't
good.
say in a game.
Uber's a good
I
one.
think Oob would be a good uh, person. So these are just like there's plenty of people I could think of that don't have transformations. I just if they ever thought about putting Boma, then they could put any of these other characters because they all actually are fighters. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, I can see Oob probably being the secret
What
DLC.
about that? that Space Patrol dude. He's in the.
Oh yeah.
Is he in the game? I believe he is.
Is he in the game?
The the
Oh,
one
is
that
he? I don't know. Is he in the game?
I
He
don't know.
probably is. If they have the universe people, he's probably in there. I don't know. I didn't notice. Maybe he was in the first couple trailers. I think we probably saw him. I want to say we did. I don't know because I play so much Dragon Ball games. I'm probably mixing it
Yeah,
up with a different one.
I don't
But
know.
I can see. Oh, you could. Or maybe one of those new androids from the Super movies. Um,
Yeah.
1 and 2, whatever their name is. They could be. They don't transform.
No, they don't.
I
Uh,
mean, and they could play as one character. You know what I'm saying? And you could just
I,
switch between them.
I ain't gonna lie. This is good marketing because it got us talking.
hmm So, and
Jeez.
they're supposed to announce them soon, like really soon. So we'll see. But yeah, I just wanted to touch base on DBZ real quick before
Okay.
because I'm really excited for that game. It looks to really be
Yeah.
something of that I'm gonna be playing for a good bit because I'm gonna want to play with all the characters. They look amazing. Even the characters that I might not like, I want to play with. You know what I'm saying? Even the weird fox looking guys, I like. Those will be the first time they ever been in a game that you can actually play like with them.
From the other universe, right?
Yeah, right,
Right. Okay.
exactly. So,
Okay.
but yeah, I'm excited for that deal. I'm excited to actually play it day one with you. So that's gonna be cool
Oh
as
yeah. Oh
fuck.
yeah.
I gotta find out what day it is. I'll probably take that day off. Um, because you already know it's gonna take like. Well, I got that new fresh new Xbox, but you know it's gonna take a while to download. I want to make sure that shit's in there, ready to go.
hmm
I want to practice a little bit, probably fight with you a little bit, so we can kind of just feel it out and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. Other than that, man, is there any other things you wanted to mention? I know you said you wanted to shoot out some games that you thought was
Real quick, I got two games that I'm looking forward to playing. One of them
right.
is out now. It is a um, side scroller beat 'em up game called Towerborn. It looks pretty fun, pretty cool.
So is Tower born? Okay, like
Towerborn, B
okay,
O
okay,
R N E.
okay, okay. I'm looking at it right now. I was just trying to find it because I ain't hear about this, which is weird. Because
It it was in development for a while, and I
okay,
remember
okay,
seeing it in the Game Pass, it was like coming to Game Pass, and I was looking at it like, yo, this it looks fun. And then
okay.
they actually did a showcase on it in the Gamescom. They did a showcase on it, and it
Oh,
looked
I
fun.
must have missed that one then because I did watch GameCon for a good bit, but
Yeah.
it was just so much shit going on. It was overwhelming.
Oh yeah. You can um customize your character, all those things. I mean, it if I feel like this is how you do a beat 'em up game in the next gen era.
Okay, I see.
I mean,
Uh,
it looks cool.
yeah, no, I like how it looks already. Yeah,
Yeah,
all right. And it's you said it's free to play, no?
free to play on the
Okay,
Game Pass.
all right, yeah. No, I'm definitely gonna give this one a try. And you could play with I would
Oh yeah,
assume friends and
yeah,
everybody, right?
yep. I think it's
All right. So
four. I think it's 4 player co-op.
so does it play like a Final Fantasy, like an old school Final Fantasy kind of vibe? Like take turn based type
Oh
of,
no. It's
or is it?
like old school beat 'em up style. Like
Okay. Oh, so those are just the level selects. Okay, I
yeah,
see what you mean. Okay, okay, okay.
and
So
it looks fun, man. It looks good. It looks fun.
it looks like a an evolved Castle Crashers kind of,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
like
Oh yeah.
Castle Crashers with real people. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? No, I
Mhm.
think this gives me oh man, there was this old Sega Genesis game that was like this. That you I forgot the name. It was old Sega Genesis game that kind of gives me this vibe right here. But yeah, no, this looks good. Like a Double Dragon kind of vibes. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying? No, I love a good beat 'em up game for sure. Hey, I just hope that they have good. And you said you could customize the characters, swords and weapons and shit, or like looking.
Yeah. Now I don't know if it's like a full create your own character, but I know you can customize
Or
the
like the
character
colors and shit.
to your
Okay,
life.
all right, I mean, that's all I really need, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm that's it looks like a good game. I think I'm gonna try this shit out.
Yeah. I think
But
I'm gonna download that today.
yeah, I'll probably get when I get time. I'll go back there and jump on that. download that real quick. No, it looks good. I dig it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Um, it's another game that looks good. It's a game called Crimson Desert.
Crimson Desert.
Oh,
Okay. Sorry.
I mean, from the looks of it, it looks like a Zelda and a an Assassin's Creed meets each other, and it
Okay.
looks pretty cool and pretty fun.
Is it like real heavy? Like looking on the graphics, like good?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Okay.
oh
I
yeah,
just want to make. I'm waiting for this commercial. God, this commercial will kill me.
yeah. It looks good. The gameplay looks good as well.
Is it this one right here? This game looks crazy good.
Yeah,
Is written in warfare.
that's the title of it. Definitely.
You're unfought a decisive battle between the grey males who fight for peace
Oh, it
and
looks
the
like
barbarians who seek a
Oh
shadow.
yeah,
oh,
that's it.
it looks like a ghost.
Oh yeah,
Giving me
this
ghost
this one.
vibes. What is it, like Viking knights or something, or like knights or Vikings or something?
I'm not sure. He looked like some type of Viking warrior.
Okay. Is this a
But it's
multiplayer
like
joint? It looks like a single player.
the combat on this is what really caught my attention. Cause like
Okay.
even though you have like a weapon, like he's doing like drop kicks and everything.
Yeah, I saw that.
I thought that was cool because in most games they just swinging a sword.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They don't really use feet unless it's like to kick somebody away.
yeah,
I think that's one of the things I didn't like about Ghost of Tsushima too much and all these other samurai games because even though I know they have heavy armor and it was hard for them to do any kind of karate, they really didn't do any karate.
yeah,
Like even when I didn't have armor on, you would think like it would be an option to fight with your hands, but there really
yeah.
wasn't. It was real sword heavy based. You know what I'm saying?
And that's kind of where I think next gen gaming sucks because like they still doing the same old things.
Yeah, and like I said, I played. Oh, okay, I see. It's kind of like it's almost like Batman with a sword.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It gives you that kind of vibes. Like, but I like
yeah.
how he's using everything. He's throwing, he's
Oh yeah.
jumping, he's kicking.
And I just thought it was so different. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
usually when your character has a weapon, he uses the weapon.
it's
Don't
just a
really
weapon.
jump,
Yeah,
don't kick,
yeah,
none of that thing.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah,
I can agree with that because, like I said, I'm big on ninjas and I'm big on fighting hand to hand shit.
ooh, that was a nice
And
kick.
and yeah, see, he's kicking and shit.
Mm.
I mean, even if it's an animation, you don't
Oh yeah,
actually
yeah,
do the kicking. I'm okay
yeah.
with that. Kind of like in Batman, like you really didn't do all the kicking. It was like more of a counter animation, so I'm
Hmm.
okay with that. But no, this shit looks good. Is this out yet or no?
I'm not sure this is out. Let me see.
I think it said release date. I saw it somewhere, but I don't know.
It says second quarter of
Yeah.
2025.
Ooh, yeah. I was gonna say
Wow.
that's a big game, so it's probably gonna be a while before that joint comes out.
And it looks good, man. It looks good.
Yeah, no, it does. I was gonna say that's actually my type of game right there because I love the Ghost of Tsushima
Yeah.
vibes that it had. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. And real
But
quick, we don't have to pull up anything for this, but the Transformers movie is coming out on the
oh,
30th, and I
that
definitely
looks
got to see it. I
that
got to
looks
see that.
really. I'm glad they're dabbling into that part. Like everybody's like seems not to know much about what happened. Like we know
Mhm.
what happened after, before, in the middle, but we don't know what happened with them.
Yeah.
You know, we just
Oh
knew
yeah.
that they were friends at one point, and that was it. We
Hmm.
never got the full story, so I'm glad they're
Yeah.
finally doing. And I'm glad it's animated. I'm
Yeah.
not even
Me
gonna lie.
too. Me too.
I am so glad it's animated because if they would have gave it to
Michael Bay or
Michael Bay,
whoever.
he oh god, this guy is such a And don't get me wrong, he makes good movies, but he just can't keep his hands off the fireworks, bro. Like everything has to have fire, fire, fire. Like I could just picture what his house is after he makes a sandwich. Like his refrigerator explodes. Like the jar of mayonnaise explodes. Like,
Oh
bro, calm
goodness,
the
man.
fuck down. But
But
yeah,
yeah,
he ruined
I'm
my shit.
I'm glad it's animated because they will get the personality of the characters right, and they will get the dynamic of the relationship between these characters right. Because
Mm.
in the movie with Michael Bay, Starscream was loyal and very timid and humble around Starscream. I mean,
Yeah,
around Megatron. But in the cartoons, man,
he wasn't
Starscream
like that.
very backstabbing. He always trying to snake Megatron.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm glad it's animated so they can
yeah,
get the characters right.
yeah. They need to go back to the essence of Transformers. But yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm hyped to see that. So
yeah.
yeah, I'm excited. But I'm trying to think. I think that was pretty much it, man.
That's pretty much
I'm
it,
just
man.
excited for all these games to come out, man. It's gonna be a good year for. That's what I'm saying. This has been a good year for anything really. But
Yeah.
um, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna start to wrap this up. It's been almost 2 hours. Shit. But yeah, I'm getting hungry. I told you I was gonna get hungry, bro. I told you that breakfast wasn't gonna hold me.
Yeah, I'm hungry too, man.
All right, well, I'm Ninja.
And this is XP Early Bird.
And we out, bro.
Peace.